All right, thread from Carlos Oswita. Strangely, Pink Floyd doesn't want to be associated with this walking horror show. Ha! Listen to him choke on his own phlegm and bile. What follows is a video of Roger Waters of Pink Floyd saying that he has been disallowed from posting to the Pink Floyd website. Who is the man destroying this fragile planet? Again, quoting the video from Roger Waters. My guess is it's this clerk. Although, is he really a man? What follows is the famous video of the vape store clerk having a complete meltdown because a dude was wearing a MAGA hat. Carlos continues. One of my brothers was a Pink Floyd fan. I could never get into them. The endless negativity and whining from Roger Waters was a real turnoff. And the lyrics are this, posting a video to a song called Johnny One Note. Growing up, I was never interested in anything from bands except their music. I've been to only a handful of concerts in my life because I hated the whole cult aspect. The lighters, the singing along, the way the band told people what to do. Hated it. The best concert I ever saw was David Lee Roth. No jibber-jabber between songs, nothing but music. I won't tell you the name of the worst band I ever saw, but it was fronted by a tattooed woman who felt that she had to tell us the background of every single song. Yeah, man, I wrote this next one when I was really fucking down, man, like we all get, and I just had to bring it up. Fucking up out of me, man, and I was sitting there one night, man, all fucked up, and it kind of, came up and... Shut up and sing. Another brother's girlfriend was a fanatical Pink Floyd fan, so she dragged us to the movie The Wall in London. The sound system was turned up to about 130 decibels. Dumbest film I ever saw, totally simple-minded. For years, I was bombarded with, "We don't got no education." Well, Roger, how'd that turn out? You got your wish. A lack of education makes, wait for it, people vulnerable to manipulation. I thought The Wall opposed totalitarianism. Imagine making it all the way to 76 years old without once engaging in critical thinking. 5 decades worth of rage at daddy. But wanting to be the world daddy, smashing all the rebellious kids in the face. The older I get, the faster I learn. A single new fact makes all the pieces rearrange themselves. I have aha moments every single day. All I do is study. Roger Waters hasn't cracked a book open since he was 20. My Pink Floyd-loving brother grew up rebelling against all authority. He got expelled from his college dorm after the whole floor was fined because somebody flushed a t-shirt down the john and flooded the building. Since nobody confessed, the whole floor was fined. My brother refused to pay, saying that he wasn't responsible. They told him to pay or get out, so he got $300 worth of pennies and tried to pay with that. The pennies were refused, and when my brother made a scene, he was expelled. His car broke down, and my parents refused to pay to repair it, so he had to ride his bicycle to school and back, a total of 32 miles a day. When he stayed late to study and got stopped by the cops at 3:30 a.m., he refused to cooperate and got arrested. He resisted arrest and had the crap beaten out of him. That was the pattern of his life. After he graduated, he was unemployed for 10 years. Then he went to work for the municipal gas company in Duluth, Minnesota. He got 200 paid sick days a year, which he always took. Rabid leftist. Of course, Duluth finally couldn't afford the unionized government workers, so he got laid off at the age of 51, with no savings. I haven't spoken to him since 2013. His wife is a veterinarian who has been fired from every single job she's had. She's the original Karen. Eventually, she ran out of veterinarian offices in Minnesota and is now getting herself fired in Wisconsin. I look at Roger Waters, and I see my brother. My brother tried as hard as he could to look like Roger Waters. When the serial killer, known as the Night Stalker, was captured, my brother fell in love with him as a symbol of rebellion against authority. What very few people understand is that true rebels are simply individuals. When I went to see The Wall, the people in the audience were as cookie-cutter as the people on the screen. In their nonconformity, Pink Floyd fans were the most conformist people I'd ever seen. I refuse to let others speak for me. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. No, not me. I've always been a total individual. The reason more people aren't is that it's perceived as hard. But it isn't. If people reject you, it just means you're incompatible. Roger Waters, at 76, is still singing about his mother. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Hush now, baby, don't you cry. Mama's going to make all your nightmares come true. Mama's going to put all her fears into you. Mama's going to keep you right there under her wing. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. I had no connection at all to my mother, but I figured that out when I was in kindergarten, and I accepted it. She died in 2013, just as pig-headed and unreachable as she'd always been. I didn't feel sorrow or relief, just weirdness. But the reason I haven't spent 50 years writing childish songs about her is that I had to figure out what to do on my own since my mother had too many problems to support me. Roger Waters has a net worth of over $310 million, and he still feels sorry for himself. Even worse, he tries to make everyone else feel as crappy as he does. Too bad, so sad. My brother hated Led Zeppelin because they weren't morose. This is probably my favorite song of all time. As fresh today as it was 43 years ago. For Your Life by Led Zeppelin. There's no reason to feel sorry for yourself, not when you have Led Zeppelin and Donald Trump.